Okay, so first off, we have the ball valves. There's one right here for the drain of the tank. These are the ones that will release the pressure into the spray nozzles on this side. This one's for the bigger nozzles for this side. You guys probably won't use that. And this is just to open up to the gauge. The one up there is to stop the flow from siphoning back into the tank. So for the most part it'll be open unless there'll be a standstill that you can close it to keep the water in the tank. And this one is just to purge the air a little bit. So when we're doing the initial fill, we'll just leave that cracked open. So we'll leave that cracked open right now. This knob right here is for the pressure for the pump. So you'll back that all the way off to begin with, and then just turn it in slowly. This valve is the isolation valve, but it will always stay open. And this is the on-off switch for the pump. That down there is the pump that will actually suck out the water and actually pressurize the tank at the same time. And that's controlled by the switch here. And you can actually feel the pump being on, so you just kind of turn it on and feel it down there and make sure that it's on. And this is the power supply for the GoPro. So the first step is to fill it up with water, and we have the 3 jugs. We'll start off with just 2 jugs. It takes about maybe 12 gallons, but I'll show you guys once I start filling it up right now. So now I got the water in there. I did the 2 5-gallon jugs for right now. So now we'll turn on the pump. And this is probably the only tricky part, is that sometimes you have to kind of cycle the pump on and off to get it to start going. So I usually just do it anyways. And then now it's getting the pump down through the bottom and bringing it up here into the tank. So this will take about 15 minutes. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes, and you'll start seeing a little stream of water right there instead of air. And you can see where the water level is now. It's way down now. At this point we can probably start going ahead and actually starting the pump. So I'll show you brief that, and I'll close this. Okay, so like I said, this knob, back it all the way out to begin with. And then at this point, you'll leave the pump running like how it is now. The only time you want to turn it off is when there's no water in there. So we'll turn this on, and it's going to get really loud. I'll take this up a little bit to about 40, especially for that size nozzle, the smaller one. And then this ball valve right here is going to release the flow into the nozzle. And usually you have to do it a couple times to kind of prime the pump. So what I'm doing right now is just kind of opening and closing. You actually hear the pump change tone. So right there you can already see. So for the purpose of demoing and testing, we're only opening this up a few seconds, showing the spray pattern, and then we'll go ahead and close. You don't want to, I'm turning off the pump now. You don't want to leave it on there going full blast, because it will drain the water in the tank. And that's basically it. So one thing that I wanted to show you also is the quick disconnects for the nozzles, and they'll be in the Pelican case. But you just pull back on that portion of it, and then it snaps in there. This is for the GoPro, it just clamps on. Then has a ratchet tie down on the back. You just pull that and it tightens it up and find the right angle for the camera. So another note, if you're gonna have a standstill and you don't want to let the water kind of build back up, we'll go ahead and close this valve out right here to keep the water that was in there in the tank. When you're ready to show a customer, just go ahead and open the valve again, and then you're ready to go.